Hi, my name is David Fleming from Disciples Ignited, and we are studying Gems in John, devotional thoughts throughout the Gospel of John. Today we have a very interesting lesson. It comes at the very tail end of when Jesus fed the multitudes miraculously from 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. And what happened is the people were so excited about what Jesus did that they wanted to make Jesus their king. Today we're going to find out how Jesus responded. Let me read it to you. It comes from John chapter 6, verses 14 and 15. I'll be reading it to you from the NIV. After the people saw the sign Jesus performed, they began to say, "Surely this is the prophet who is to come into the world." Jesus, knowing that they intended to come and make him king by force, withdrew again to a mountain by himself. Now let's look at this. What did Jesus withdraw himself for? Well, because he did not want to come under their pressure to be a king. Now, Jesus knew that he had come into the world to be the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. He is king. Yet, the people were so excited about what Jesus had done. He had worked a miracle. They were fed miraculously. They were excited. They thought, this is the kind of king we want. Oh, yes. But the Bible says that they were going to make him king by force. They weren't going to give Jesus a say in the matter. Now, the Bible tells us throughout the Gospel of Luke that Jesus often withdrew himself to lonely places and prayed. We often find Jesus going up to a mountain and sometimes even taking his disciples with him to pray. And I believe that that's what Jesus was doing at this time. He was going alone by himself, escaping that which the crowds were going to be forcing upon him so that he could pray. I'm sure he had a lot to pray about. The people, though they were receiving his ministry, didn't understand why he had truly come. He had come to redeem mankind. He had come to be the Messiah. He had come to be the sacrificed lamb whose blood was going to take away their sins. Yet all they were interested in was a king that could work miracles on their behalf, making life easier for them, hopefully even give them freedom from their enslavement to Rome. But Jesus knew that this was not God's plan. And this is what I want to bring before you today, a thought. Oftentimes, the Lord will elevate people. Look at Joseph, look at Daniel, look at all these people that God put into a king's court, a royal court, and he elevated them. When God elevates people, it usually comes through other people. But that doesn't mean that every time people want to elevate you, that is coming from the Lord himself. Jesus knew the difference. Jesus knew that they were going to elevate him in man's sight, but it wasn't coming from God, because Jesus knew in order to fulfill his calling to be the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, it was going to come by way of the cross. The crowds weren't offering Jesus a cross. They were offering him the kingship. Let me encourage you. When people come to you seeking to elevate you, stop for a second. Is this elevation coming from the Lord himself? If not, run from it. It's going to do you no good. But if it's coming from the Lord, receive it with humility. But that is a time of great testing, because when you're elevated, it's a great responsibility to continue to walk before the Lord with humility, with a crucified life. Jesus rejected their kingship for a better kingship, one that was going to be given to him by God his Father. Think about that. And join with me tomorrow as we study more gems in John. See you tomorrow.